Funhaus is sponsored by ExpressVPN. It's not time to hack. Don't let hackers steal your financial details. Secure your privacy at expressvpn.com/funhaus.
Look at us, just four of us in this one match. Gonna extend the time because John just went to get water. But otherwise, probably just gonna be us.
Alana, I saw your tweet. It must have been yesterday about the Jan from the office. And I saw somebody. Saw you saying something to somebody that you can't get it delivered because they won't accept your ID.
Yeah, I basically don't drink alcohol anymore because A, I'm alone and that's sad. But B, I can't get it delivered because they won't accept my ID. So I had Omar bring me a bunch of beer the other week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like I'm under 18 or under 21, I guess, here. And he's like the cool older friend who's bringing me beer. Like, thanks, Omar. I won't tell anyone.
I'm reporting you to INS.
I'm 27.
All right, everyone, nobody go.
Goodbye. I'm gone. I already went, dog.
I have to turn my music down.
You said nobody go, and I had already boosted away from the starting line.
Yeah.
Alana, what are we playing today?
So this is a Turbid special.
All right.
I got him back to work, back on the job.
Good.
Doesn't matter that you're in a pandemic, Turbid. Give me more maps. And so he did. And this is just ask Turbid, I guess.
So if it's bad, it's Turbid's fault, and if it's good on you for thinking of getting Turbid to do it.
I have tested it, but yes.
Can we Turbid's name?
Yeah, we'll leave it.
I like this.
I'm driving through the hills.
It feels like Monaco or something.
Ah!
Sorry, I had to make that turn.
John, fuck off. John. Do we need to talk about this?
I drove off the edge, Alana!
Yeah, well, okay. I don't know that was my fault, but all right.
You guys are really having a time back there.
At least you guys have each other. I'm just sort of in here in the middle. James won't wait for me, just saying, like.
Pope Francis calls for civil union law for same-sex couples.
So the Pope isn't letting the gays marry, but the Pope is letting the gays pretend to be married? Is that what the Pope has asked for?
He's saying, hey, if
For
you want to
legalities?
write some laws that protect same-sex marriage, I say go for it.
I'm here.
That seems to be what he's saying.
All right.
Though it doesn't sound like he's necessarily saying the church, whatever. But honestly, who gives a shit about the church's authority?
Well, like a couple of people care, I think. Like a few of them.
Is there a Vatican police force?
Yeah, there is.
Ooh, is there?
There is?
There is.
Do they all wear robes?
It's the something guard. What's the name? It's the
the
they have an
Virginity
actual
Guard.
Catholic Guard.
No, they have a name.
The Body of Christ Guard. Christ Guard. Color Guard?
Kind of like the beef eaters for the Tower of London.
Death Eaters?
No, the beef eaters from the Tower of London.
Got it, okay.
The Vatican has their own guard called the Angel Slayers or something.
Cool.
Why would they slay angels?
Because.
So I guess, yeah, we have a woke Pope. That's an interesting development.
He seemed to be woke for a while, but I think I think he only appears woke by how unwoke the church has been for basically the entirety of its existence.
See, here's the thing. I don't really keep up with world politics and stuff. I thought the Pope was gay.
He might be. He's not married.
If you're not married, it means you're gay. Sorry, John.
His little cap, he has that stylish little cap. He has kind of a minimalist.
Great sense of style.
Compared to Darth Sidious or whoever that last guy was.
Yes, Darth Sidious.
He's very fashionable. He has kind of a.
Which just means stylish, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, I like being pretty stylish. So, does that mean I'm gay?
Oh, you like being stylish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love being. Hey!
You're supposed to take that as more of an insult than you did. There you go.
How dare you?
See, here's the thing. In the early 2000s, well, prior to the early 2000s, having any sort of fashion sense as a man meant you were gay. And so in the early 2000s, when straight men started being like, oh, maybe I should worry about, maybe just give some sort of semblance of thought to the clothes I wear. They're like, but I don't want to be called gay. We'll have it be something in between where it's metrosexual. It's not homosexual. It's metrosexual.
Well, it wasn't.
So that's how that works.
Because of the city.
Haha, losers! Tricked you!
Oh.
How?
I distracted you with
nice, and
my
you just didn't even
social
care.
commentary.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what you were talking about.
I'm not saying I'm not condoning it. I'm saying it was fucking bigoted culture.
Nice, take him down.
So what you're also saying is that the Pope, because he likes tall hats and has sequins on most of the clothes that he wears.
No, he doesn't.
The Pope?
That's the old Pope. Current Pope.
Pretty sleek.
He just has a little hat
Cute.
and a little robe. Very humble. He doesn't sit on a giant gold throne. He sits on a little stool.
He's more like Jesus in that way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
who was also gay.
Also not married.
You know, they say, like, you know, if I had a time machine, I'd go back and kill Hitler or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would travel back to when Jesus was on the cross with those two filthy criminals.
Yep.
And I'd make a limited series podcast.
Okay.
Of all the conversations they had on the cross
Yeah.
while they were dying for those 3 days.
What did you guys talk about on the... Well, I've talked at length about what I would do with the time machine. I also would not go and kill Hitler. I feel like someone else would take his place. Or it would correct in some sort of way that's even worse. I would merely go to observe, and the time period I would observe would, of course, be that one time Jesus got really pissed off at the market and flipped over all those tables
Hell yeah.
in the temple. Because I want to see Jesus rage.
Just one time, have him Hulk out.
I also want to see his beautiful brown skin, because he absolutely did not look like the six-pack having Caucasian looking dude that everyone draws him as.
I mean, he was probably ripped, but via malnutrition, which, you know, is still kind of ripped.
Skinny, not jacked.
So you would go back in time and you wouldn't go forward in time? Would
No
anybody
way.
go forward in time?
No way.
Nobody wants to know?
There's nothing there to see. Humans are extinct.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just the sun
Okay.
creeping ever closer to a dead Earth.
What about just to like get past this?
What, GTA? This race?
This is all there is, Lindsay.
Oh, fuck. I don't need a therapy session right now. Did you know that if you go on Google Maps and you like scroll all the way out, it'll give you the option to like look at different planets? And it's not the whole planet, like the way that you can spin Earth around, but you can go through like certain areas that they have, you know, photographed with, I guess, the highest telescope that you can photograph like Saturn with. And you can go around and there's like little labels, and it's kind of like street maps. It's kind of like maps, but you can look at the different planets.
Does that mean
Really?
someone's driving one of those cars around on Uranus?
Have you seen the one that's Dog Island? There's a dog in like almost every single photo.
No. I wanna go
It's
to Dog
super
Island.
cute.
What?
There's just like this little golden retriever who followed the guy taking the photos around, so you see the dog from like just
cute.
walking around with him. Yeah.
I always go on Google Maps. Like every time I'm watching a video and somebody's somewhere in the world, I'm like, I gotta go look around that city. I sometimes look randomly in the Pacific Ocean to see what's out there. I found a little island actually just yesterday off of like the northeast coast of New Zealand, and there was
Australia?
like one little yes, it's a teeny tiny island. It's like one tiny little restaurant on the island and like one tiny little hotel, and the restaurant is called like Little Bitch Restaurant. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
I crashed into you so hard. I was going as fast as I possibly could.
Anyways, you can see lots of random stuff like people falling. And
Well, that's one of my favorite things, the Google Maps, you know, because they take a picture every like 15, 20 feet or whatever. So
Yeah.
there are a bunch of places where you can see a sequence of events play out in still
Yeah.
frames. Like someone falling off their bike. There's that one that it's kind of sad, but like, you know, someone found a picture of like a rabbit jumping through the air, and they're like, wow, what is this? Rabbit is jumping over the car. But then they rewound a little bit, and it's the Google car hit the rabbit, and it's launching it into the air.
Oh no.
it's a secret talent, which also may be a creepy talent. But if I see somebody like on YouTube and they're making a video about somewhere, I can, if they say the city, like I can find exactly like where they are. I have good.
That's how they caught the
Really?
Don't Fuck with Cats guy. They like triangulated his location based on buildings in his like videos or whatever.
Yeah. And like I would never use my power for evil. I just want to put that out there. I would
Yep.
only use it for good. I'm not out there like looking for my favorite YouTuber's house or anything. I'm just saying I'm really good at it. So if you guys need to find someone, let me know.
There's a game like that you can play in real life that I think like Blaine and Chris Tamaris like maybe told me about.
It's called Go Outside.
Yeah.
Yes, you just go outside
Travel.
and you no, there are two teams, and one team like you basically nominate someone to be taken by the other team in a car and then dropped off somewhere.
Okay.
And they only have their ability to talk to you on the phone. They're not allowed to do anything else. And they have to try to tell you like where they think they are and like find a street, but they can only talk to you like
I'd be so
via call.
fucking good at that. I would be
It sounds
so
pretty
good at
dope.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Blaine and Chris were confessing a kidnapping to you.
that. I know.
Just
like,
kidnapping people all the time, yeah.
Let's blindfold Lindsay and drop her off at a random location.
Yep.
Do that. Let's do that as a
Pretty
video.
much the
sure.
idea.
probably the worst movie I've ever seen is the second Human Centipede.
I haven't seen the second one.
I've never seen either of them. I don't need to.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's 3.
There's 3?
I've seen
my
the first
God.
one. And if you want to hear my thoughts, check out the Funhaus podcast we did on scariest or best horror movie.
I feel like I thought it was funny.
I mean, I thought it had some impressive filmmaking aspects to it, but I felt like all of that went out the window with number 2. Number 2 is one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen.
In what way?
Like, number 1 is disappointing because while Human Centipede 1 had things that were pretty disturbing, it did still feel like it was made competently. Like, it felt like someone who was probably a good filmmaker decided to make something that they knew would get attention, so that because they weren't going to get to make their stuff otherwise. But then the second one is just the worst. It's like the worst. It's terrible in all capacities and has some of the worst imagery for the sake of it.
Did they somehow make the imagery worse? Like, how far can you take the concept of a human centipede?
They go further.
So I've never seen it, and I know that they are like, a human centipede.
Yep, pretty much the concept.
That's it. You nailed it.